Hey guys, Dan here from the Dangerously Fit Academy. In this week's video, we're going to be going through 3 steel club exercises for building a powerful core. One of the great things about club training is that we can train our core standing on 2 feet, which is the way we're meant to move in everyday life. A powerful core allows us to generate force from the ground upwards, which is important for athletes, but it's also important for everyday life. Due to the leverage of the club and the large swinging movements and the positions that we get that club into, pretty much everything that you do with a club is going to be working the core in one way or another. The first exercise we're going to go into is 360s into mill. So the 360 with a club is a little bit different to with the mace. With a mace, it's essentially like a 2-handed shield cast, what we do with a club. With a club, 360 is more of a full circle with the arm. So this is very good for the core because basically it has to stabilize and control that arm as it's moving, and because you've got the club so far away from the center of mass, which is your body, the harder the core has to work to stabilize the trunk while the arm is in motion. Because there is a lot of leverage with this movement, we've got that club so far away from the body, you don't need a lot of weight. We're just going to use an 8 kilo club, which is around about 17.5 pounds. So we're going to start off with the club in the order position. So usual cues apply, shoulder down and pack down, elbow tucked in tight to the hip, wrist is neutral, feet are shoulder width apart, core's on, chest up nice and proud. And then from there, we're going to start off with our 360. So our 360 is essentially like a mill. Instead of bringing it over the shoulder, we're going to do a full arm circle. Getting started off, so we're going to cast the club to our left. We're going to shift our weight to the right so we can own that center line. So we're going to cast away. This from here, we're going to go all the way around. It's going to be a full arm circle. And then this time, as it's coming around the body, we're going to do our mill and then back in to our 360. Okay, so we do our 360 into a mill. Always own the center line with this one. So if I've got the club to my left, shift your weight to the right. If I've got the club to my right, shift your weight to the left. So you always control that center line. Okay, and with this one, when we've got the club overhead, just making sure you keep that shoulder down and pack down and that arm's fully locked out. We're going to perform our 360. So our 360, I'll just do a few reps of this one so you can see what it looks like. So we'll do our 360, coming around, big circle, and just always controlling and owning that center line, keeping that arm locked out and that shoulder down and packed down. From there, we're going to go into a mill, back in to a 360. So mill, 360, mill, 360, and with our mill, it's that inside elbow circle and then cast. So we'll do a few reps of mill now. Again, just owning that center line that whole time. And then when you're ready, put the 2 together, 360 to mill. Next exercise we're going to go into is our single arm cast. So this is a staple of any club training workout, and it's a fundamental exercise with club training. It's also a very underestimated exercise as well. So I'm going to use a heavier club with this one. This one's 20 kilos. So I like to go heavy with this movement. Fantastic again for working the shoulders, working the grip, and also you'll really feel this one in the core, especially when you're casting that club over the shoulder towards the back of the body. Your core is forced to engage and stabilize that load and de-accelerate that load. Otherwise, literally you'd be pulled in half. So you really feel your abdominals contract when you're de-accelerating that club from behind the body. Okay, so we're going to set up with the club in the order position. So we're just going to clean the club into the order position. From there, we're going to try and keep that elbow tucked in to that ear as much as possible so we don't flare out the ribs. So casting that club over the shoulder, get that tricep in full flexion. So from here, making sure as well that ear is nice and close to that arm. And then from there, I'm going to pull down that elbow, fire up the lat, and then bring it back in to the order position. Okay, so I'll just do a few reps. So again, if I'm going to perform this movement, I really want to target the abs. Go heavy and go a single arm movement, because again, with that single arm, anytime you're unilaterally loaded, you've got rotational torque that's going through the spine as well. And then the last exercise we're going to be doing is a flag press into iron cross rotation. Again, with this one, there's a few different points of leverage going on. So with the flag press, when we've got the club in front of the body, we've got the arm far away from my center of mass, we've got all the leverage going through your arm, and then we've also got the leverage of the weight. So all the weight is centered at the end of the club. Okay, and you've got all this leverage from my point of contact, which is my grip. And then also we're going to get some rotation in there as well. So this puts us in a very unstable position where we're unilaterally loaded. So our core is forced to stabilize and control that trunk to remain vertical, otherwise we get pulled over to one side. And we're also working that core through rotation as well. So working the core from lateral flexion, getting pulled from one side, and rotation from moving the body. So I'm actually moving that arm around from contracting my core and rotating from the spine, from the top, going all the way downwards. So that rotational movement is initiated by my core. A few reps of that exercise now. So we're going to start off in the order position, shoulder down and pec down, elbow tight into the hip. Okay, we've got our wrist nice and neutral, vertically stacked club, feet shoulder width apart. From here, my hand is at my navel position, but we're going to finish up round about shoulder height. So we're not just driving that club forward, we're driving that club forward and up at the same time. Once we finish at the end, we're going to be at shoulder height, and then from there, I'm rotating with my core. So I'm not just moving my arm around, I'm actually moving the club by rotating the core, trying to keep that vertically stacked the whole time. Bring it back around to that starting position, and then bring it back in towards the body again. Just do a couple more reps of those. So flag press, driving forward and up, corkscrewing that elbow forward, keep that arm up shoulder height the whole time, rotate from the core, keep that club vertically stacked, bring it back in to the front position, draw that elbow back into that order position, and then we'll just do one more rep. Hey guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to comment below on some of your favourite steel club core exercises. Like I said, pretty much everything that you do with a steel club is going to be working the core in one way or another, but some exercises you do get more benefit than others. So be sure to comment below. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. If you want more videos just like this one, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you want to check out our dangerously fit strength training equipment, all of our products are available through our websites. I'll leave the links in the description below. Thanks again for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.